say these practices, the climate smart practices, they're good practices no matter what. What gets you to get them to be done is it'll happen. Might take 20 years to get there to perk it in your program, but if there's incentive to do it, you'll do it quicker. It moves higher to the priority list in my mind. And so long term, yeah, I think these are all good. Kind of like no-till. Took a long time for it to catch on. I was always surprised when my buddy back home in Iowa turned to no-till. I asked him, so what'd you notice? And his response was, it took a lot less fuel to put in the crop.
Two things. I'm kind of doing the practice anyway, so now I'm getting incentive to do it. And then another reason, if I'm doing these practices, maybe we'll snag a farmer. Oh, that's pretty good practice. How can we get into that?
What I saw in the first 2 to 3 years is, boy, this field that hasn't been tilled really in those 3 years, or just had that strip tillage, handles water so much differently. And the trafficability and how you can carry a load, even on wet soils, was very different than our other fields. So it's like, there's something to that. Let's keep going with it.
Anytime that we can utilize best practices amongst peers in our agriculture industry, yeah, we're a small industry, but it's an important one. And so if we're going to continue to be sustainable for future generations, we're going to have to do our agriculture production differently than my grandfather or his grandfather. Again, how do we utilize today's technology to get the most benefit and to be as sustainable so that as a fifth generation farmer, I can make sure that it's here for the 10th and the 20th down the road. You got to be thoughtful in providing the natural resource of our soil and the natural resources that we are given here in this part of the world to provide produce and to feed the world.
Let me say that the crop rotation program works good for us because we grow rice and soybeans. And rice and soybeans work very well together in a rotation. For soil health, number one, and also for pest management, particularly noxious weeds. The weeds that we can control easily in rice are harder to control in beans, and vice versa. So that rotation allows us to keep from building a noxious weed seed bank.
Some of the benefits, and they're kind of maybe not something you could put a dollar figure on, but some of the smaller benefits we're already seeing now. For instance, in the spring, we had a wet spring this year. Well, having that cover crop in place, it pulled up a lot of the moisture out of the ground, allowed us to get into the field quicker to get some of our work done. We were doing our burn down applications, and that allowed us to get in there quicker. Now you fast forward to, and obviously with the soil staying in place, that's going to affect us right now. That's a right now, fix. And then our organic matter that we're putting back into the soil, that's helping us moving forward, the next year, 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road. So I think the benefits are going to continue to grow and to show themselves.
So some of the things that I've been hearing from our farmers involving these practices would be, reduced passes through the field. So they're saving time and they're saving money. And so I think they're really seeing the positives that these practices can bring to their farming systems.